Welcome to a new episode of my GNU/Linux and USB tutorials. Today I want to show you how to read from a USB in endpoint type bulk transfer over a Linux driver. Therefore I have turned this Atmega32U4 microcontroller into a simple USB GPIO expander over which I can control up to 8 GPIOs. So let's take a look at the USB devices on my system. So this Atmel Corporation test device is my Atmega32U4 microcontroller. And if I take a closer look at it, so it's bus number 1, device number 2. And if I let me show the endpoints, I can see this device has 2 endpoints. We have an endpoint 1 type out, over which I can set the GPIO direction and the value of the GPIOs. And I have a second endpoint, which is also from the type bulk transfer, but this one is an in endpoint. And over this endpoint I can read back the value of the GPIOs. And today I will show you how to do this from a Linux driver or a Linux kernel module. Therefore I have already prepared a little driver. So here we have the source code for our simple USB device driver. Let's open it up. Okay, so basically this is a gpiochip-compatible Linux driver for our USB device. And down here you can see I've already created some functions. So I have functions for getting and setting the direction of each GPIO port. I have a function for setting the GPIO's value for one GPIO or multiple GPIOs, and I have 2 functions for getting the value of the GPIO. Here we are just getting the value from one GPIO, here we are getting the value from multiple GPIOs. So let's take a look how these functions are implemented. And later, because there we will need the read functionality from USB endpoint 2. Okay, so here we have the function for reading the value of one GPIO. The desired GPIO number is stored in this GPIO number argument. Down here we are creating 2 variables from the type unsigned long, a mask and a bits variable. So the mask variables will tell the next function I will call in which GPIOs we're interested in. So every bit which is set, or let me put it this way, if a bit is set in this mask variable, we're interested in this GPIO. So for example, if I'm interested in GPIO number 0, I would set bit 0 here, so the mask value would be a 1. If I'm interested in the first 4 GPIOs, so number 0, 1, 2, 3, I will have an F in the mask variable. And down here I'm just shifting the 1 by the GPIO number, which gives us exactly that. Then I'm calling this function M32U4 expander get multiple, and I'm passing the a variable or a pointer to our GPIO chip, the mask value as a pointer, and the bits variable as a pointer. And later on the result will be stored here in this bits variable. And down here I'm testing if the bits variable is greater than 0, because if so, the GPIO value is 1, else it is 0. Okay, so now let's implement the M32U4 get multiple function, because in this function we will do the accesses, or the accesses to the USB endpoint 2, which is an endpoint from type bulk transfer. Okay, so first I will need some variables. I will need a struct from the type M32U4 expander, and I will call it GPIO. And here I will extract the data of my GPIO chip. So I will use the function gpiochip get data, and I will pass this chip pointer here. Then I will need a second pointer from the type unsigned integer 8-bit, and I will call it data. Inside this pointer I will read in the values, the values of the GPIOs, and I will need some status, a status variable, a transfer transferred variable, and an iteration variable. Okay, the next thing I have to do is I have to dynamically allocate memory for the data I want to read from USB. Therefore, I will use ksetAlloc. So I will allocate memory dynamically and I will initialize it with zeros. And I need 8 bytes and the flag is GFP kernel. Okay, then I will check if I got a null pointer, because if so, an error occurred. I don't have any memory left, so I will return error no memory here. And if I dynamically allocate memory, at the end I have to free it, so I will use kfree data to free the memory. Okay, and now let's do the USB transfer. Therefore, I will call the function USB bulk message. The first argument is the USB device I want to access, and this is stored here in this struct for my GPIO chip. So I will use USB device here. The next argument is the endpoint I want to access. Therefore, I will use the function USB receive bulk pipe to get me the correct receive pipe. And here I have to pass again my USB device from which I want to access and the number of the endpoint, which is 2 here. The next variable is a pointer to where the data should be stored, and I want to store it in my data pointer here. Then I have to pass the number of bytes I want to read, which is 8 in this case. The next argument is a pointer to an integer variable, and in this variable the number of really transferred bytes will be stored. So for example, if my device just sent me back 4 bytes, this transferred variable will be set to 4. And the last argument here is the timeout in milliseconds for this transfer, and I will set it to 100 milliseconds here. Okay, and now let's print out the status and how much bytes we have received. So the status and bytes received. Okay, and now I will set this value pointer where we are storing the value to 0 initially. I will iterate through the 8 bytes I have received. If I have a 1, the GPIO is set. If I have a 0, the GPIO is not set. So I have to iterate through all 8 elements. And if mask and 1 shifted by I is bigger than 0, then I want to read out this GPIO. And what I will do here is I will just OR the value with data I shifted by I. And that should be it. Okay, so now let me try to compile this program. Okay, yeah, a typo here. It's alloc, not alloc. Let's do it again. This time it's looking good. So first let me see how much GPIO chips I have on the system. So I got already 1 here, and now I will load my driver. Okay, and let's do this again. And now you can see I have a second GPIO chip available. And if I use GPIO detect here, you can see I have one GPIO chip from my CPU, and I have a second one with 8 GPIOs, which is my M32U4 expander here. Okay, so now let's read. So I have wired an LED and a button. The LED is wired to GPIO 0, the button to GPIO 1. So first let's set the LED. 0 equals 1. Okay, now you can see the LED is on. And now let's try to read out the button. Currently the value is 0, and if I press the button and do it again, now I'll receive a 1. And if we look at the kernel's log, or let's do clear first, and let's search for my USB dev driver, we can see here, yes, the USB bulk message transferred 0, which means no errors, and it always read back 8 bytes, which is okay. So cool, that's how to write or how to access a USB in endpoint type block transfer from a Linux driver. In case you're more interested in how to write a gpiochip-compatible driver, maybe I will do a video about this later. But never mind, I hope you've enjoyed the video and learned something. In case you want to support my work, you can buy my coffee on buymeacoffee.com/johannesforlinux or send me a tip over PayPal. You can find my email in the description. So I guess that's it for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.